Welcome to Tech Mode, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of technology and innovation. Today, we're taking a journey through time, exploring the past, present, and future of these ubiquitous devices we simply can't live without: mobile phones. From the clunky bricks of yesteryears to the sleek, powerful smartphones of today, mobile phones have not only transformed the way we communicate, but have also become an integral part of our lives. In this episode, we'll unravel the captivating story of their evolution and ponder the exciting possibilities that lie ahead. Our first feature of the day takes us on a captivating exploration of pivotal moments in mobile phone history. Let's take a look.
The first version of almost any technology usually seems ridiculous when compared with its later models. A perfect example of such devices is the mobile phone you're holding. Do you remember how your first mobile phone was? What was its ringtone? Or does it seem like a distant memory now?
Android enthusiasts, join me in unveiling the mysteries that lies beneath this intriguing code. What secrets or surprises await you? Dial **0** and let's explore this exciting journey together.
But hold on a moment. From brick phones to foldable wonders. And most recently, companies are relentlessly innovating to revolutionize the market, scaling down in sizes while amplifying in features. Today, mobile phones aren't just meant for making calls, but they've evolved into formidable multimedia powerhouses.
It rings a bell here. 11 Pro Max to 16 Pro Max. What's the revolution here? Every year, mobile phone companies unveil new models, tacking on a feature or two that seems more like a trend than a necessity.
Splendor. Remember I was mentioning to you how I needed to swap out my battery. The A button was just misbehaving, it was just acting up. And there were issues with the connector and mouthpiece. You know, this usual wear and tear stuff. Interestingly, my sister, things took a turn. The tech repair services shifted focus to OS installation, virus removal, and they're even diving deep into software troubleshooting. Now, with modular design and with the rise of the right to repair movement, it seems like the future will bring more user-friendly repairs and a boost in sustainability.
It will interest you to know that today, the journey continues and our anticipation builds. Mobile phone sizes are in constant state of evolution, leaving us intrigued and wondering what the next chapter holds. With each new innovation, we're left to ponder what hidden marvels await us in the next generation of mobile devices.
You're still watching Tech Mode, and joining me now to discuss the fascinating journey of mobile phones is Sadiq Nasser, an expert systems analyst. Welcome to the program, and thanks for joining us today. Starting off, why would you say there's such a high level of interest surrounding the evolution of mobile phones?
Well, it's interesting because when you look back a few years ago, we had mobile phones that had smaller screen, but right now we have moved to a bigger screen. And largely, a lot of these innovations are driven by new advancements in technology. For instance, when you look at the very first iPhone, at that time when it came out, it was revolutionary. Revolutionary because it was a phone that had a big screen that allowed you to do so many things. And as a result of that, it set a benchmark for other mobile phone providers or developers to be able to come up with solutions that meet the market. And ever since that, there has been a lot of changes. And these changes are really driven by a lot of research, a lot of innovation, and of course, it's important to understand that it's driven by the user experience. What the users want to derive this market, because a lot of these mobile phone manufacturers actually carry out surveys, research extensively to find out what does the market want, what are the research gaps, and how do we fill it. That's why we've been seeing this continuous evolution over time.
So on one hand, this is driven by research, and then on the other hand, it's also driven by user demand. So is it safe to say that this is a two-way thing?
Yeah, it's a very two-way thing, like you've mentioned. For instance, there's what we call in research and development. So every 18 months, they tend to be new technological innovation in terms of hardware. And of course, on the other hand, you have user experience. Users tend to demand things in a certain way. And these researchers or the developers of these mobile phones are actively watching, looking out for what are these requests coming back, what are the feedback coming from the side of the users, and then they incorporate this to deliver value. And of course, the user experience is something that you just have to be hands-on on it. What I mean by hands-on is a lot of these mobile phone manufacturers come up with a lot of ideas, but end of the day is the users of this mobile phone that would drive the acceptance, that would drive the market, and would drive the future innovation.
Something that's become a really big factor for phone users is the camera. Is it safe to say that the quality of the camera is actually the primary motivation for upgrading your cell phone?
If you look back a few years ago, we had a mobile phone separate as a separate device. We've got the camera as a separate device. But over time, the cameras, everything is getting better and better. And then right now we have a single phone that can carry out a lot of these features. So you find a lot of organizations, rather than having big bulky cameras and having all the accessories to go with, you just have a single phone that allows you to do mobile streaming, web streaming on these devices on the go. So because of the accessibility and because of the efficiency that we have on this mobile phone, then you discover that a little phone that you probably bought for a couple of thousands of naira can actually do similar features to what a more advanced camera could do. So because of that, organizations are adapting mobile phones to carry out their virtual meetings and their social engagements online.
Really exciting stuff, and we'll continue this conversation shortly. As we look ahead, the future of mobile phones is filled with exciting possibilities. Let's take a quick break for our next feature, Mobile Projections for 2030.
Today, each and every one of us has in his or her hand a tool more powerful than the computers that the United States used to send the mission to the moon. Today we have the cell phones.
From the telephones down to smartphones, our communication devices have undergone meteoric changes in the past century. I wonder what your reaction would be if someone tells you that these smartphones, which have become part of our lives, could be extinct by 2030.
In the current 5G era, smartphones are still the most important devices for accessing 5G networks. However, Nokia CEO Pekka Lundmark believes that by the end of 2030, 6G would arrive and accessing it might be a realm beyond the reach of smartphones.
With 6G, we are talking about moving 1 terabyte of data every second. Come to think of it, imagine your phone working so crazy fast, almost without any delay. Well, that's what 6G brings to the table.
However, Pekka Lundmark did not specify what these electronic products that can make people put down their mobile phones look like, but believes many of these things will be built directly into our bodies. While glasses and facial devices will likely become more favored choices. Looking ahead, there is a projection that phones in the 2030 might evolve into dynamic hubs, connecting the virtual and real worlds seamlessly. These devices could offer remarkable experiences by effortlessly combining augmented reality, AR, virtual reality, VR, and advanced artificial intelligence AI features. Alongside this, they could become transparent, easily portable for watching movies and gaming, or even capable of folding like a wrist bracelet.
Although Nokia has not been doing well in the smartphones market, however, Mr. Pecker's prediction might come true because some firms are already working on such devices. Elon Musk-led Neuralink is one of them.
If you're just joining us, this is Tech Mode, and we're talking about mobile phone technology with Sadiq Nasser, an expert systems analyst. So back to you. What would you say about the future of phones? Are phones here to stay?
Yeah, the mobile phones are here to stay as far as I'm concerned. The reason being is they make life so easy for us, and making life easy for us, they've become an integral part of our life. You find out parents that are looking out for admission for their kids, they go online with their mobile phones to check it. They don't even need to use their laptops. And of course, you've got the businessman in the market who wants to sell his product or wants to just confirm the prices or carry out their just normal business operation. They tend to use this mobile phone. So I think mobile phones are here to stay. And I think the call right now is for us to start looking out for indigenous content. How can we start thinking, what can we do to develop this market? For instance, in the last couple of months, we've seen that there's been a lot of drive in the production of SIM cards, which is very, very good. As it was a government policy that necessitated this to happen, and which is a good thing. So we need to start looking at what can we do to develop these components of this mobile phone so that we can start cashing out on that market opportunities. It might just be the accessories to go with. It might just be the phone itself. It might just be the screens. Basically, we have to look at our competitive advantage so that we can leverage on that and be able to leapfrog from our current economic challenges.
We've just heard some really interesting predictions for 6G technology. What's your take on all of this?
Well, the thing about prediction is everybody, every entity or every organization or every individual looks at the future from their own spectrum. But on a global, looking at it from a more realistic standpoint, there's a lot of innovation. We've had the 1G, then we have the 2G, 3G, and of course recently the 4G, and then we have the 5G everywhere now. The 6G is something that is definitely due to come, and these generations tend to change every 10 years, and every 10 years we tend to have new innovations. But the mobile phones, are they here to stay? Yes, they are here to stay. However, there will be a lot of changes, a lot of integration with wearable technologies. We've got the smartwatch now. We've got wearable glasses that are currently under development by different vendors. So in the future, we see a lot of this integration of these mobile devices coming in to work together seamlessly in one ecosystem.
Really looking forward to wearable technology. Thanks for joining us for this really illuminating conversation. And now we'll take a quick break for our final feature on the Abuja Mobile Inspector.
We are going to get to a stage. It's not difficult. It's already there. That you, as a person, can record an infraction and send it to us.
Computer vision is a field of AI that deals with identifying objects or deriving meaning from visual input.
In a recent global study on security product sales, video surveillance dominates the market, signaling a pivotal shift in our reliance on technology to address critical issues. This raises a crucial question. What does this trend signify?
CCTV cameras can be a source of input to that computer visions.
By the time we now adopt the full use of computer vision and layer it with artificial intelligence, we can now have things like facial recognition, image identification, and the rest.
It's no issue. So while we are going to the road, we know whom we are looking for. That's what the technology will do for us. And now, when you know that if you park here, you know before, you just watch out where the guy will know they there. You do what you're not supposed to do. But in this case now, you know that the vehicles might not be there, but their cameras might be watching you. So what it means is that now everybody begins to learn to do the right thing.
Today, Advanced countries are not only actively testing but also deploying vehicles that can communicate seamlessly with infrastructure and other vehicles. This innovation isn't limited to just improving safety and traffic flow. It extends to the enforcement of traffic laws, with motorists compelled to adhere due to continuous surveillance.
That's how we do full deployment. Nobody will be there to tell you, don't do what you shouldn't do. The camera just picked that you have done this and you are receiving your message. Okay. Either you or the vehicle owner will receive the alert that you have parked where you're not supposed to park. And the fine is coming straight, no issue.
I'll use UAE as an example. The moment you beat the traffic camera snaps your picture, you receive 2 alerts. One from the traffic agency, one from your bank.
In light of these advancements elsewhere, it's indeed disconcerting to witness motorists persistently devising tactics to outsmart Nigeria's traffic light systems.
Look at our traffic light, they are mainly procedural based. So, but by utilizing smart traffic lights, the smart traffic light will analyze the actual situation and allocate appropriate timing from each direction.
These systems are proudly data-driven. To begin with, the need for centralized data may appear daunting, but many believe it can be accomplished.
Irrespective of your location, your NIN is unique, no matter where you go to. Then we'll talk of your BVN for your bank. So also your vehicle should be centralized. So no matter where you register, it goes to a central pool because all plate numbers are Nigerian plate numbers.
With this, can put aside the license plate number recognition so that it can be able to identify road violators. You can also put high quality road surveillance cameras. With those cameras, we can be able to detect reckless drivers.
As we drive along the roads of Abuja, the remarkable traffic system in place undoubtedly captures the attention of many.
So the camera is going to capture overspeeding. FCT has its own speed limits. Overspeeding, expired vehicle documents, wrong turning if you turn where you're not supposed to turn, wrong parking if you park where you're not supposed to park. You understand? So it's going to do a lot of things.
The future of traffic lights in Nigeria is bright, with the integration of innovative technologies such as smart traffic lights, advanced surveillance system, and AI-driven traffic management.
As we wrap up this fascinating journey through the history of mobile phones, I hope you've gained a newfound appreciation for the remarkable evolution of these handheld wonders. We have a little time left on the show for the startup showcase of the day. Let's take a look.
Entrepreneurs and trailblazers welcome the celebration of success and resilience. The ceremony was preceded by registration of graduates and breakfast session. The room buzzed with excitement as the graduates eagerly share their experiences, capturing an essence of this remarkable journey.
We were taught how to pitch, and I've actually been able to pitch before international investors in Africa. As at 2 weeks ago, I was able to do that on 2 different platforms.
As the curtains lifts, ambitious, innovative entrepreneurs and inspiring small and medium-sized businesses don graduation caps, showcasing the fruits of their transformative journey at Google's Hustle Academy.
The largest takeaway when reviewing the report and listening to the testimonials from our graduates is that African SMBs, armed with the right tools and knowledge, can do anything that they set their minds to.
Addressing the graduate, Google's country director for West Africa highlighted Google's vision and unwavering strategies for continued support to SMBs in Africa.
To boost access to funding for SMBs, we announced the Hustle Academy Fund, which will see 15 SMBs receive a share of 75 million naira, as well as mentorship.
The Hustle Academy unveiled a list of 15 small business owners empowered with 5 million naira each to expand their businesses.
There's no job, I just want to start out this thing and then progress to see, oh, I can actually build a career out of this. Then from there, it's not like, oh, I can provide for the community. I can pay taxes from here to support government growth. I can employ people from here. It's becoming a business.
Their inspiration ascends to new heights as government officials step onto the stage, delivering impactful speeches.
For me to show that I mean business, since I'm SSA job creation, I'm going to ask that I'm going to give a one-year job to one of these graduate students.
On this premise that my colleague has done, that I'm going to open up to everyone graduating today to become a licensed business development service provider for Senegal.
The ceremony provided an opportunity to graduates to meet themselves for the first time and also create an avenue for businesses to meet businesses, and the networking continues. It was a convergence of brilliant minds, a synergy of technocrats, experts, and professionals hailing from diverse corners of both the aviation industry and beyond. Airbus, one of the leading air carrier manufacturers in the world, hosted the groundbreaking media briefing.
So we essentially vouch for the airline to the outside world to tell airlines, basically to tell lessors that they can now invest in airlines in Nigeria.
A session where innovation takes flight, insights soar higher, and where the aviation sector's trends, projections, and developments are dissected and analyzed in an unprecedented depth.
By 2042, we see a need for 149 aircraft, not with Nigerian Airlines, but serving the Nigerian market.
Amidst this technological revolution, the aviation sector finds itself at the center of transformative conversation. Joab Ellis brings to light striking realities. A substantial 75% of the world's aircrafts are of older generations, leaving behind a mere 25% at the forefront of innovation. 80% of African passengers rely on non-African carriers. By 2042, Nigeria will need 149 additional aircrafts to meet its growing demands. Interestingly, Airbus strongly commits to fostering inclusivity and progress in Nigeria and Africa's aviation sector.
We will talk with airlines to demonstrate to them that, be it a single aisle, be it a small single aisle like the 220, or be it the larger single aisles like a 321, or be it a wide body, that we have a product that best matches their needs.
Present at the event is the COO of IBAM Air, who elaborated on the remarkable success story of the company achieved in a relatively short time, along with insights into the company's current trends.
If you have the discipline to invest in it and stay away so that the thing thrives, that's a fantastic model. That's how Emirates is who they are. That's how Ethiopian is who they are. That's how Etihad is who they are. They're all government owned. Singapore Airlines, they're all government owned.
Indeed, this gathering was an enlightening experience as experts continued to unveil and showcase the factors that set them apart from their peers in the ever-evolving aviation industry.
We're always on the lookout for the next big thing in the ever-evolving world of technology. So be sure to subscribe and follow us on all of your favorite platforms for the latest news in tech and innovation. Until next time, remember to stay connected and stay curious.